Every second, someone in Africa opens a phone app and watches a red plane take off. They bet 5 CDs, 10 CDs, maybe even 100. The plane climbs higher, so does the payout. But if they don't cash out in time, it crashes and they lose everything. It's fast, it's exciting, and it's destroying lives. This is Aviator, not a game, not a joke. A digital form of gambling wrapped in the disguise of a harmless app. So, what is Aviator? Aviator is an online crash gambling game. You place a bet. A plane takes off. The longer it stays in the air, the more your money multiplies. 1.2x, 1.56x, 2.75x. But at a random point, the plane crashes, and your bet disappears. The twist? You must manually cash out before the crash. Sounds simple, but it's a psychological trap. Aviator was developed by Spribe, a game studio based in Kyiv, Ukraine. It's licensed under gambling jurisdictions like Curaçao, which are notoriously lax on player protections. It's integrated into popular betting apps like Betway, 1xBet, and MSport, apps with millions of users across Africa. In Nigeria alone, over 60 million people are engaged in some form of online betting. In 2022, Nigeria's sports betting market was estimated at $2 billion, with youths aged 18 to 35 making up 70% of users. But how does it work? Unlike slots or poker, there are no complex rules, just pure, fast-paced adrenaline. Here's how it plays out. You start by placing a bet. Once the round begins, a plane takes off on your screen. As it flies upward, a multiplier increases, 1.5x, 2x, 5x, even 100x or more. Your job? Hit the cash out button before the plane randomly disappears or crashes. If you do, you win your bet, multiplied by that number. If you wait too long and the plane crashes before you cash out, you lose everything. The suspense comes from not knowing when the crash will happen. Some players take small, quick wins, cashing out at 1.5x or 2x. Others gamble for huge payouts, watching the multiplier climb to 10x, 20x, or more, only to see it vanish in an instant. The psychology of addiction. So, what makes Aviator so addictive? Simple. It's science, the dark kind. Ever heard of variable ratio reinforcement? Sounds like a complicated math formula, but really, it just means we'll reward you randomly, just enough to keep you drooling like a lab rat in Vegas. You win just often enough to think you're a genius. And then, boom, the plane nosedives into your rent money. But it's never the game's fault. No, you were just 1 second too late. If only I cashed out at 2.13x instead of being greedy for 2.15x. So you go again, because this time it's personal. Gambling addiction lights up the same parts of your brain as cocaine. That's right, Aviator is digital dopamine dust. And your thumb? The straw. But unlike cocaine, Aviator doesn't come in shady alleys. It comes with bright colors, fun sound effects, and zero judgment. There's no bouncer, no age check, no tuxedo, just your thumb, your phone, and a mobile wallet that bleeds faster than a broken sachet of pure water. In Ghana, 21-year-old Kofi, name changed, lost over 6,000 cedis. Money meant for his school fees. His words? The game makes you feel in control, but it's always ahead of you. Of course it is, Kofi. That's the trick. Aviator is the ex who texts just enough to keep you hooked, but will never love you back. So why do we keep coming back? 3 reasons, and none of them are good. First, it's lightning fast. No waiting, no thinking. Rounds last seconds. Aviator is like instant noodles for your gambling soul. Hot, quick, and terrible for your health. Second, It preys on your inner economist, that delicate balance between greed and panic. Do I cash out at 1.75x or ride it to 4.0x? Meanwhile, your heart's doing jumping jacks and your brain is on airplane mode. Third, it's social. Streamers love it. Twitch loves it. YouTube shorts are filled with dudes screaming over a digital plane crashing like it's the stock market in 2008. Everyone wants to be seen winning. No one shows the part where they're broke and crying into their Momo app. Experts call it rapid loss gambling, a fancy way of saying you can lose a lot, really fast, and feel stupid about it instantly. And that, my friends, is Aviator's real superpower. It doesn't just empty your wallet. It empties your time, your peace of mind, and sometimes your dignity. So, how do you break free? You start by calling it what it really is. Not a game, not just vibes. Aviator is a trap bomb, a shiny one, fast and thrilling, but still a trap. It promises you wealth, but it quietly steals your peace, your money, your time, your future. And if you're caught in it right now, you're not stupid, you're not weak, you're just human, and you're not alone. Here's how you begin to take your power back. First tip, shut the door. Most betting apps have a self-exclusion feature. Use it. If they hide it, contact support. Lock the door behind you. You don't owe the game another second. Second tip, block the noise, install blockers like Stay Focused or Digital Detox. Limit your screen time. Remove temptation. It's like moving away from a toxic friend. Hard but necessary. Third tip, fill the void. Addiction grows in silence and isolation. Fill the empty space with purpose. Play real sports. Learn something new. Join a community. Create something with your hands. Give your time to something that gives back. Tip 4. Talk to someone. This isn't a battle to fight alone. Open up to someone you trust. A friend, a parent, a pastor, a counselor. In Nigeria, call the Gambling Addiction Helpline. In Ghana, reach out to the Mental Health Authority. You're not the only one fighting this, and you don't have to lose. If you've lost money, you can earn it back. If you've lost time, you still have today. If you feel ashamed, let this be your first act of courage. Tell the truth, and then take one small step away from the crash. You're not weak. You're not hopeless. You're someone who still has a future, and you are worth saving. Let's be clear. Aviator isn't the disease. It's just the symptom. The real sickness runs deeper, and it's spreading fast. Youth unemployment, crushing economic pressure, a generation trying to survive with no map, no safety net, and no promises. So when a game flashes quick money in red and gold, who wouldn't take the bait? But this isn't just about a game. It's about a system that's failing. It's about young people trading their future for a flying red plane. Reality check. Hope is scarce. So, risk starts to look like opportunity. And Aviator? It feeds on that desperation like fuel. But let's be honest. More gambling is not the solution. That's not investment. That's illusion. What we need is urgent and non-negotiable. Stronger regulation. These games should not be a free-for-all. Louder public awareness. This is a crisis, not entertainment. Real opportunities, skills, jobs, mentorship. A path forward that doesn't end in digital debt. Because if we don't act now, we're not just losing money, we're losing a generation. Let's not sit back while young lives crash. One flight at a time. This is a BookLong video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Also to me, betting ya the Pabio Mumma, Scott, the bet I am a pint, and media I bet they am in Frank am a budget to me. Scott, Ukrainian, you say bet today, scaffold. So you send me a boss, men, you say, who be bets. So of bet today, scaffold, my old discus here to one with this guy. Now, who needs cut seminars, be out for a boss who be bread. Just how no how boss unti me mpre chese
say dey ukasa me to as a bet di wa ma eya obi wo
boss we bet di me did di me you do nyame me ko tena barbering shop menya cash out 500 my you can say future bet da edi be say 2 months na onua me di 1,500 ko when you ska bia 1,500 na onua menya cash out 500 cedis menim say weather breman team ba ko pe over 0.5
one go
over 0.5 one yes anshim kran say go ni buy and ava say offside scan so me twen yi bia ma baba me ma baba
scan when you ti o
onua
chezo
me be cash out na ma baba ni scan bi no wedi baba onua de ye me pa afi de baba ni hye me ni mo de no hye de wa mi so a pasiminia